All right, welcome everybody.
Hi.
Hello, welcome to the mobile stream for Injustice 2. We're here about monthly, Mr. Ray and I, to talk about things that are happening in the mobile universe of Injustice 2. So exciting. We also have a special guest behind the desk today.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Kind of a return.
OG.
If you watch a lot of our console streams, y'all remember Jen, right?
Jen's back.
Say hi, Jen.
Guys.
So Jen is here. That's great. We won't give her any hell if she misses a button.
Yeah.
Because she is back, you know.
If it was Matt, we would.
If it was Matt, we definitely would.
Oh, I'd give him crap too.
Oh, for sure. She is back for one time for just a special guest starring appearance because Burke is still on his honeymoon.
He's on his honeymoon. Yeah.
So I told him to cancel for the stream, and he wasn't having it.
No.
So whatever. All right. So we are here to talk about Injustice 2 Mobile. We have a brand new update. 1.8.
1.8, currently live on Apple and Google Play.
Which brings to the game the Justice League from the film.
The Justice League has arrived.
The film starts tomorrow.
Yep.
November 17th, one day before my birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, it's your birthday.
Yeah, the 18th. Yeah, pretty cool. Ray's coming to my party. It's going to be awesome.
I am.
Jen said maybe. I don't know what's happening there. She has a maybe on there. So cool. We are going to talk about the update today. And there's some other things too.
Yes.
We also have been looking at Reddit and stuff, and people have seen some things that may not be totally right. We're going to explain what's happening there, kind of go through that. We did this week talk to Reddit and our forums about just like people think that we haven't been answering questions as well as they would like us to.
Yeah.
We see that in some cases, and we're going to try to get better, of course, but we're not going to do a lot of question answering today. We're going to save a lot of those for our big league stream, which we hope to give you a date later today for when that stream will be.
Yeah.
So we're kind of culling all those questions, giving them to the design, giving them to the team over there in mobile to kind of see what we can start really figuring out to give you some really concrete answers.
Yeah.
So there's that. So Ray, let us start. Where do you want to begin?
Well, let's talk about Update 1.8. It's a pretty massive update from a content perspective, and it's got some pretty cool new features in it as well.
Okay.
So the first big thing I kind of want to do before we dig into the meat of it, I want to talk about a couple housekeeping items.
Sounds good.
First, I want to talk about something that didn't make it into the patch notes that I think you'll all be very excited about. We have sort of refactored the way that challenge progression works. So starting in Update 1.8 and on, when you play a challenge, two changes have taken place.
This is live right now.
Yes, this is live right now. The Hellboy challenge is actually live right now. The first big change is if you lose a fight in challenge mode, we will not consume the energy of your account. We will only consume account energy in the event that you win the fight. So if you lose a battle and you're this close, you can play the battle again. So that's sort of the first big change. The second big change is that if you unlock the 3 different difficulties on a challenge, and again, this is going forward, it's not retroactive, but if you unlock a specific difficulty for, let's say, Warrior Queen Wonder Woman, going forward, those difficulties are unlocked permanently. So you won't need to replay normal, the first 2 tiers if you've unlocked all the way to the 3rd tier.
Awesome.
Yeah. So for the more veteran players, it'll be an easier way for you to jump in and take on the harder fights you can win.
Awesome. I think that's just real good. It's really nice quality of life stuff for the players. Really help them level up a little quicker. Get some characters more. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
What else, Ray?
So there's a few bugs that are in 1.8 I want to talk about. The first is, so we've noticed that everyone thinks we've nerfed Atlantean armor Aquaman. So that is actually a bug, and it's not just a bug that affects him. For example, it also affects, I think, Unbreakable Cyborg.
It's not the character so much as one of their powers.
Right. It's the system that manages hazards. The power drain isn't firing appropriately. Right now, the way the bug exists, if your opponent actually leaves the hazard area and then enters it again, the power drain will take effect. So that is one of the bugs that we are working to address.
So what it should do is once it's out there, they touch it, power drain begins immediately.
Correct.
So yeah, I actually read that a lot this morning on Reddit. People thought that we had nerfed the character inadvertently, obviously due to a bug.
Yes.
And that does happen to all the hazard characters with power drain sort of situations.
Correct.
So that is being worked on as we speak for an upcoming update that will.
Yeah, so it's worth saying that we're going to have to do another full game update. It's going to be update 1.8.1. We are actively working on that right now.
Cool.
As soon as that's ready to go live, we'll let you guys know. You'll get the server maintenance message, and we'll update the game.
And you'll have Aquaman back to where you
Yes, back to where
know
you
he should
expect
be.
him to be.
Yeah,
Yes.
so sorry about that.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
Yeah, there's one other bug that everybody noticed immediately. Arena threat in the game is not being displayed appropriately. That being said, it is a totally cosmetic problem. The players that you are being matched up against and the rewards that you will receive are correct. It's just the display of the threat value that is incorrect. So that is also going to be addressed in this next update.
Yeah. Could be confusing, so it'll be good to show people their actual threats you're fighting against. So you don't think you're
Right.
in a different tier or whatever. So
Exactly,
awesome,
exactly.
cool.
So those are sort of the housekeeping items that we wanted to let you guys know about.
I love it.
Yeah.
So sorry about those. We'll get those fixed as soon as possible, and you'll get that Aquaman back to where you want him. But let's get to the important. I mean, that's important, obviously. But let's get to some stuff about the update.
Yes.
And explain how these characters work.
Right.
How you achieve them. Right. Which is some new ways of unlocking coming, I would say.
Yes.
Which is exciting.
So first, we'd like to talk a little bit about the characters themselves, how they interact as a Justice League, and how they interact with the other characters that you already have in your collection.
So you want to go all in and unite the league.
And serve some justice.
There we go.
Yeah.
So before we do that, let's actually show the trailer for the Justice League characters.
Let's do it.
Awesome trailer.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Kind of gives you a little taste of what they all do.
Yeah.
So now I think it's probably good to explain how they work and how they work together.
Sure.
Well, do you want to start with? You want to start with Batman?
Yeah, let's start with Batman.
Jen, let's take a quick look at how Batman is going to look on his card first. Again, awesome card art as usual from the team. And we say it every week, but every time they get better and better.
Better and better.
Cool.
Yeah.
You got the Justice League goggles on Batman,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
super awesome. So here we go. Let's talk about him.
So Justice League Batman has some really cool abilities. Again, both with Justice League characters and with other characters you already have. So on his ability 1, I think the attack team is grounded, you will actually get armor piercing on that ability. In addition to that, sorry, he doesn't just get armor drain on that ability. He gets armor drain on all of his abilities for a limited time. In addition to that, when teamed up with the other Justice League members, just want to make sure that I say this correctly so I don't misspeak. He actually grants a shield that will ignore damage from an opponent's ability as well. Again, this is limited time and it benefits the Justice League characters.
So any other Justice League characters with him will get this.
Correct.
For one hit.
Yes.
Awesome. So it's good to team him up with Justice League characters,
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah. Cyborg, Aquaman, yeah.
Right.
And then, for some characters that you already have, Batman really is sort of like a damage powerhouse, and what you can do is take advantage of other characters' various passive abilities that do things like power drain. So, like, because he is such a powerhouse, and you can perform sort of consecutive abilities, you can team him up with Dr. Fate or Emerald Green Lantern, and those teams work out really, really well together.
Yeah, we think it's a good idea. Also, like a lot of people, people play this game. They all play it differently, right?
Yeah.
Some people min max, some people do other things. But the most important thing I think is like giving people some ideas of what kind of teams, like you just said, Dr. Fate and Green Lantern, that will work really well if you don't have the entire Justice League. Like, how else can you, really use that passive? Because as we've learned playing the game, the passive really affects how your team plays.
Right.
And if they're teamed up and puzzle pieced correctly, you can really find some innovative ways to use a team.
Exactly.
So we're going to try to, every time we talk about a character, we're trying to give you some ideas of who to use.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that is Batman.
That's Batman.
Sounds great. We got a Cyborg coming as well. You want to take a look at him real quick?
Yeah. This is some of my favorite card art. Like that just turned out so well.
Cool.
Yeah. Look at that.
There he is, Cyborg.
There he is.
Awesome.
There he was.
Was, yeah.
He was, yeah. So Justice League Cyborg is incredibly powerful. First, he's immune to stun attacks.
All stun attacks.
Yes, so he's immune to stun, and he gains power when targeted by stun attacks. So that's just sort of his own personal powerhouse.
So kind of like because he's a cyborg, he's like taking that power
He can like adapt
into his generator.
Yeah, sure.
I'm creating
Fiction, lore
for the mobile Justice League characters. So he's actually taking the energy. Got it.
Yes. And for his Justice League teammates, he grants increased damage on all their basic attacks. It's an incredibly powerful tank, essentially, right? He avoids the stun, he generates power very quickly, and then boosts the damage of all the other Justice League members, which is pretty neat.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now you can start seeing, too, if you team with Batman, then he has a shield while he's doing all of the same thing, while he's taking energy from other people. So there's a lot of synergies going on. Absolutely.
And then you can team him up with a couple other characters like Ace Green Arrow or Atlantean Armor Aquaman once the bastard bug is fixed to really focus on power draining and inhibiting your enemy team. That's one of the more effective ways that we've found that he works with existing cards in the game.
So just keeping that team down the entire time.
Correct. Stopping them from using their super moves, their power drains, their abilities. It's an incredibly effective playstyle.
Right. He's a good character to kind of get in there to, like, if you know a character has stuns, like, get him in there, get all those into him, and then move him out. You know, like things like that. Cool.
Next up, some of the I know we said this about the other two, but this is actually my favorite card art.
Well, you know, Jason Momoa has become quite a thing.
Am I allowed to say he's a handsome devil?
I think you are allowed to say that.
He's a handsome devil.
He's become quite a big thing in the pop culture world, and we have an awesome, just kind of badass looking Aquaman card. Yeah. Let's take a look.
He looks like the king of the sea to me.
I love it that every time you see him, it's like, he just doesn't care. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
He's just the most badass. Cool.
And to add on to the badassery, I really like Justice League Aquaman's passive because it's a little more unique in its overall playstyle. So I know that when I'm playing, I tend to use characters' abilities a lot and very quickly. Targeting whatever fits best. So if I have Power Drain on Special 2 or something, I'll save my power for that. In the case of Justice League Aquaman, once you use his super move, you actually resurrect a Justice League teammate. So activate the super. If, say, Batman's been knocked out, you get him back, which is really awesome.
Excellent.
It could turn the tide of the fight, so to speak.
Okay, how long were you at your desk thinking about that?
It just came to me.
Did
I'm not
it
even
really?
kidding.
Wow, that's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's really good.
It's called improv.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know. That's incredible. So that's one of those kind of things where you might have to, like, really be cognizant and careful about how much power you use to blow that at the right time.
Yes.
Because then guess what? Batman's back.
Yep.
And then your shields are back.
Yep.
And then the cycle continues.
Yeah. And you can team Justice League Aquaman up with other characters that you already have in your collection, like Unbreakable Cyborg and Primal Swamp Thing. I mean, Unbreakable Cyborg's passive allows him to resurrect himself. In the case of Swamp Thing, you know, it wouldn't resurrect him, but if you replaced him with, say, Batman or, Batman or Cyborg, you can resurrect one of them as well. So it's a sort of constant opportunity to relentlessly bring your guys back to life throughout a fight.
Now, if you have two people down and you have him, do you get to choose, or does it pick one of them for you?
It picks the topmost character.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Awesome. So also a good thing to know when you're picking your team and slotting them to know who you want where.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Awesome. So that is Justice League, which are available right now. But there's a question probably of how do you get those characters?
So starting tomorrow, we're going to be running some special arena seasons. And they're not normal special arena seasons with characters. You will be able to obtain Justice League Batman and Justice League Aquaman through these arena seasons, a lot like Multiverse Flash or other characters that we've run. In this particular case, we've added something called our invasion mode. So while these arena seasons are active, Justice League Cyborg will actually invade a fight. So you will hit fight against an enemy, and Justice League Cyborg will enter the fight, replacing one of their characters. When you defeat Justice League Cyborg, you will get shards for that character active from fights. You won't have to wait for your arena rewards. You will actually obtain his shards as you play. And then at the end of the season, you will acquire the character shards for either Aquaman or Batman, you know, depending on where you placed on the leaderboards.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to run a few of those seasons back to back to back. And then we actually have the return of the mythic Wonder Woman arena season.
Now, I've been following our social media and our Reddit and whatnot, and people have been asking for that a lot.
Yes.
So one of the big questions we get is she coming back?
She is coming back.
So she is definitely coming back.
She's definitely coming back, and her arena season is also a part of the invasion, so you will still be able to obtain Justice League Cyborg shards through her arena season as well.
Well, that's excellent. So we have kind of a new way of unlocking some characters, and it's it's kind of fun. You'll be fighting, and all of a sudden, like, oh, here we go.
Yep.
Got to win this one, right?
Yep.
So cool. That's how you'll be acquiring those characters, and invasions are starting.
Yeah.
So in Justice League is invading. Injustice 2.
Injustice 2.
Awesome. Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
We have another character
We do.
who I am a big fan of, and when I heard we were doing this character for console, I was super excited.
Yeah.
I did not know until recently that this character was being added to mobile very quickly.
Yes.
Like, so Hellboy, as you may know, came out for Ultimate Pack owners on Tuesday. And they get him for a little bit before he actually comes out. So he's actually coming out for mobile before he's totally out to the world,
His challenge is live right now.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the picture of Hellboy. Another awesome shot. That is not Swamp Thing behind him.
That is not Swamp Thing behind him, that is a tree.
I saw a little picture of it. I'm like, interesting choice. Oh, no, that's a tree.
They're buddies.
Yep. I mean, Swamp Thing is kind of a tree.
Yep.
So there he is, Hellboy in all of his red demon glory. Let's take now a quick look at how he fights, and we'll talk over that.
Yeah.
So I believe was it Angelo who helped make this video?
Yeah.
Because these combos are on point.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he knows his swiping.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, Angelo being one of our lead combat designers, he really loves to sink his teeth in with these fun, sort of non-Injustice 2 characters and kind of go whole hog with it, right?
Right.
So, I mean, Hellboy's an arcane character. His passive, when incoming damage over time attacks, will actually heal Hellboy. And he also gains a boost to attack and defense versus other arcane opponents, which is really, really cool. Really what's important for him is making sure that you understand your opponent's class and abilities. You want to make sure that you tag him in when facing other arcane opponents in class tagging in against arcane opponents and anybody that does damage over time. And he's got that sort of tank feel to him that will heal himself over time, which is really cool.
So it's cool to have an arcane character.
Yeah.
And it makes total sense for him because all of his tools and all the things he uses are all like, arcane nuggets of things. Like he uses in the console version, he has the sword.
Yeah.
King Arthur's
Yeah.
Excalibur. So there we go. So very excited to have Hellboy join the cast. Quick too. It's nice to because that's one of the things people always ask is when we have these new characters come out on console. Sometimes in the past games it takes time to turn that over.
It does.
And obviously your design team and the design team in mobile is really starting to enjoy jumping right in. I just threw
was it
something.
a pen cap?
No, it was
Was that-
something. Threw something. Really starting to jump in, dive in, and get some of these new guest characters to show up here, which is really neat.
Yeah.
So Hellboy, the challenge is available as we speak. Invasions are beginning.
Yep.
Everything is coming up.
Yeah,
So,
and the last thing that some of you will be interested in from the update, we are going to be running some new special offers and some Black Friday sales. It's some pretty impressive stuff, so keep a lookout for that next week.
yeah, good Black Friday sales. You're going to really enjoy those. So definitely pay attention. Watch our social media, Injustice 2 Go, so you can see what we're going to be doing. We'll have some art put up for that.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the next update.
Yes.
Just real quickly. I know that we had talked in the past about leagues coming, and we were, leagues are a pretty big situation.
Yeah.
They're a big mode of the game involving a lot of different things and a lot of different people in this building getting together. But we are able to say that the leagues are coming.
They are coming.
When are they coming?
They are coming in the December update. That update is it's a few weeks away. We're still actively working at this point. It's pretty much just balance and making sure that we're happy with the way it feels, the way it plays, and making sure that it takes into account a lot of the concerns that we've heard about other aspects of the game. So.
Right. And one thing I would like to say, too, that we've talked about is that leagues, is a little bit later than we wanted it to be, obviously. But it does kind of fill in that circle of what you're doing. Like, you're going to get a lot, like, we talked about, like, people talk about, gear shards and getting gear. Like, this is going to help them out a lot.
Yeah, the rewards in leagues that we're looking at right now, like we said in the last stream, was high-level gear. High-level gear that at this point, for some of you that have leveled up gear, may actually be lower, and you can shatter them for the materials that you need to continue to level up other pieces of gear.
We don't want to talk a lot about that right now because we're going to save that for a stream that we're going to have in the future, which we are looking at right now. So put it on your calendars. December 14th will be a stream based on leagues. We'll have you, me, probably a guest coming in, I would assume, to talk about leagues. And we're going to tell you everything about leagues, show you how they work, tell you what you can receive. And we're very excited about it. I think it's going to really add a lot to the game and give people a lot of choices and a lot of things they can do. Like you're just talking about with gear. Yeah. Like we hear that. We hear that, leveling up gear can take some time. Yeah. This will be a helpful
This will help
thing.
You out. Yeah.
It'll be really cool. And like we said too, we listen to Reddit, we pay attention. A lot of questions you asked are of course in the pipeline. We're talking about them, and we do hope to, during the league's stream, have some other questions that we can answer that you've been asking. Yeah. So again, please feel free to PM me on Reddit, NRS Tyler Lansdowne. Send me some things, some concerns you have. I'll definitely forward things onto the team. We want to make this game as exciting and get people enjoy the game. Yeah. And we know that you are, and we want to keep that going and make you guys have a lot of fun doing this. So feel free to get in contact with me if you need anything or want. Just have some concerns or questions. Yeah. And I'll answer what I can, which is always generally not very much. I don't know as much as he does, so I'll be like, let me ask Ray.
I'll get an email.
He'll get an email from me. But we're very excited that we actually talked about some stuff today that we can't talk about right now, but some really cool stuff that's happening in the future that fans have been asking for. So a lot of stuff we're going to keep reading your stuff and seeing if it fits into the vision that we have of the game and go from there. Yep. That's exactly it. Awesome. Shorter stream today. We didn't do the question period. I'm guessing the league stream will be a little bit longer than this one.
Just a lot longer.
Yeah, probably
it's kind of a whole game on top of a game.
Yeah, so probably about an hour on that one, I would assume, or more. So thank you guys so much. Hope you have a great holiday. Yeah. Thanksgiving is coming up. Jen.
Thanks, Jen.
How was it? Quick and easy. You have fun?
This all equipment is all new.
I know.
So fancy.
She's using an entire different board than Matt does. Yeah. So we're very excited for you guys to see what's upcoming in Injustice 2. I hope you guys enjoy the Justice League Play the Hellboy Challenge. I'm Tyler Lansdowne, Community Specialist here at NetherRealm Studios. This is
Ray McCaffrey, NetherRealm Production.
Tweet us. We'll see what we can do. So, guys, thank you so much, and we will talk to you very soon.
Thanks, everyone.